you're not even live yet. There we go. I am so glad you are here. I'm Liz. It is Magical Tuesday in my world. Let's talk about how we can use planetary influences in our magic today. I love me some good planetary influences. This could come down to the day of the week you choose to do a spell. This could come down to the hour that you choose to do a spell. There are tables online in books that will tell you what each hour is assigned to in terms of planetary significance. And most of these don't incorporate any of what I like to call the newfangled planets, anything past Saturn. So this is drawn from an era when the known universe didn't get past Saturn. We hadn't identified any planets out there. And it conveniently fits into the days of the week, so we've kept it. Let's start with the moon. The moon comes out, we think sleep, even when it's up during sunlight, we still think of it as this sort of dreamy planet that has come to symbolize intuition, the subconscious, your gut instincts, or your psychic abilities. So the moon is who you turn to in planetary magic when you want to increase those abilities. You're really not sure. You've seen the project through as far as you can with logic, but now you're stumped and you need to make a leap. That's when we turn to the moon and we ask our gut, what should the next thing we try be in the project? That can be a surprising way of getting a new start on a stuck project. And often it will come from someone who has the capability to take two very disparate ideas, the problem you're all facing right now, and something completely random to everybody else. And when they apply it to the problem, they come up with a new solution. That's the genius of the moon. The sun counts as a planet as well. The sun is about hope and success and your own personal glow up, basically. You are amazing when the sun is strongly influencing you. It's a beautiful thing. Mercury is our next one, and it's always been about communication symbolically. And I often think of it as communicating, adding the element of communication so we can get to something like where the sun's at with hope and success and all of that wonderfulness. Sometimes the key there is just a little bit better communication. That's when we turn to Mercury. Mars, aggressive. Think of Mars as like a 21-year-old guy, strong, capable, protective, wants to jump in and get their hands dirty. That's Mars right there. Venus, that's Mars's girlfriend, honestly, from a stereotypical point of view, loving beauty, loving feelings, loving all of the finer things of life. That's Venus. It's also about harmony and getting along with people well. Next one on my list is Jupiter. Now, if Mars is a 21-year-old guy, Jupiter's a 50-year-old guy. And so success looks different. It is about success, but it's about expansion and expansiveness. So this is someone who, to kind of feel themselves and feel strong in who they are, might buy a round of drinks for everybody. They will be generous. The impulse is to be generous, and the impulse is therefore to be highly successful. So you can afford that generosity. And then we have Saturn. Saturn was the end of the known universe for a very long time, and it symbolizes end, restriction, discipline, thoughtfulness. Used to be that if someone was considered more under the sign of Jupiter in some richer families, they would be sent on to run the family business. Somebody more under the auspices of Saturn, the priesthood, the ministry, whatever flavor religion we're talking about. Those would be the two. You'd have the Saturn sun and you'd have the Jupiterian sun. And you would send each of those boys off to those very different lives. So when you are looking at your planets and you're looking for planetary influences, say you want something that's more about love, you might do your spell on a Friday when Venus is thought to rule supreme. And it's very easy to associate each planet with its day of the week. If you ever learned Spanish or French or Italian, any Latin-based language, you're a little step closer. But sun for Sunday, moon for Monday, Mars for Tuesday. Jupiter for Wednesday. Uh, am I right on that one? Let me just check. Yo, I'm sorry. Mercury for Wednesday. Silly me. Mercredi, Wednesday. Jupiter Thursday. Vendredi, Venus for Friday. And Saturn is on Saturday. I hope this helps with your magical workings. Have fun with it. In the meantime, on behalf of myself and the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis and online at magusbooks.com, thank you so much for being your amazing magical you. We love that about you. And of course, for doing the little magical things you can do right here and now in social media land. I know you know what they are. Have a great week and blessed be.